Hello. Yeah, time consuming cleaning up pistons and stuff. But anyway, kitty, he's been out here all evening helping me. Well, I got my piston on. Um, I put a new needle bearing in it. The wrist pin looked all but perfect. Uh, when it tapped in where the bearing runs, like on the piston. It tapped in just as hard as the seat part of the wrist pin on the piston. Like when it was going in, there was no easy spot. Like the wrist pin fits tight. I think what happens is when the piston heats up, then the wrist pin is allowed to spin in the piston because there is a little hole underneath the piston, underneath the wrist pin here in the aluminum to let oil up in. Um, I know when it's cold, you have to tap it in, and you hold it with your hand, and it taps in. This is my tapping in tool and a little hammer. But anyway, quite a little job putting in, or a little bit tricky putting in the little circlip there, the C clip. But I did not actually put new C clips in. I've been told usually a person you do, but they were tight. Out of these two pistons, the two pistons I took apart here, they all the C clips were tight, and I had one piston where the C clips were loose, and I didn't use those. I used two of the tight ones, but they went in just as tight and hard, like with a little screwdriver, and then you had to turn them around to miss the hole. But anyway, I cleaned it up with combustion chamber cleaner. This piston came out of the motor that was had water damage and rust, but the piston I cleaned in these grooves where the rings go real good, and went around and checked with my fingernail, and I washed it with soap and water, and it appears to be good. I also sanded it. It had little tiny spots, just a little bit of corrosion here and there. So I sanded it real lightly, hex sanded it with 600, and I got my new rings on it. And as I said, I put a new wrist pin in, or no, not a new wrist pin, just a new bearing. The wrist pin appeared to be just like news, and I didn't have one, so it's nice and tight. It was tight. Yeah, there's no play. But anyway, I got the rings on. Now oh, the rings, um, the used rings that came out of off the piston that was scored in the cylinder, they the end gap was 23. When I pushed it down, I put the ring in about oh 3/8 of an inch to half an inch down from the top, and used the piston to make it square, and then I used my feeler gauge, and the end gap was 23. And my new rings, the end gap was 15. So according to the book, it's 12 to 18 is the range where it's acceptable. And according to one Can-Am guy, he said it was up in the 20s. But anyway, mine's at 15. The cylinder, I I used a little tiny hand file, and let me see. In here on the edge of this, I filed the edge just a little tiny bit on Not so much on the bottom. The bottom felt good, but the top had kind of a sharp edge there. So I just filed at like a 10% angle. I might want to do a little bit more. Actually, it feels good. I'll probably just clean it up. But anyway, this needs to be cleaned up. I did not clean it up today. There is a lot of little picks in it when you hold it up to the light. But I don't think it'll be a problem. It's one of the better cylinders I have. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, there's the piston that came out of it. They must have ran it out of oil, or not out of oil, but low on oil, or I suspect lean. But anyway, yeah, yeah, it was hot today, but it's cooled off. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. I'll be back tomorrow when I'll try to video when I put the cylinder down over the rings. So anyway, good night.